Without a doubt, Mali Music is one of the most successful gospel singers. Growing up in church, Mali Music was always inspired by the gospel music, and later on in life decided to become a gospel artist, recording hit songs like Yahweh. But as he became more successful, some controversies followed along too. At one point, he was accused of having an affair with a married woman. But what really happened? Let's take a deep dive to see what really happened to Mali Music. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for further updates.
Yeah, well, Mali Music is definitely a movement that we just chose to be obedient. Had a call from God, listened to it, you know, in the best part, and it's been the best decision I ever made. Like, the doors have just been open, and so it's like a transition and a building of the kingdom musically, you know, spiritually, entertainment, everything.
Courtney Jamal Pollard, aka Mali Music, was born in January 12, 1988 in Phoenix, Arizona. He learned to play the piano at age 5 and became active in his church's ministry of music at just 11 years old. Growing up in a very religious household, Mali's early memories of music were heavily influenced by religion. His first experience working with music was when he was 12 years old, creating and arranging his own musical material at his church. Pushing boundaries and pushing the limits of creativity is what Mali has always been about. Despite showing so much talent as a child, Mali found it hard to make music without descending into the limitations of gospel music.
So as far as your music, are you more gospel, contemporary? Are we floating in between the two genres?
I think you can put me wherever I'm the freest.
Okay.
I just kind of want to be an artist that's able to give what God gives me or whatever. And just because it comes from God doesn't necessarily mean it belongs in the church.
As he aged, it became clearer that this was becoming more difficult for him. It was hard because my gift was ready, but I wasn't, he said. Taking his talent seriously, as a teenager, he put in even more effort to share his gift by posting music on his MySpace page and experimenting with different ideas. There was a reason Mali's hard work resulted in him being discovered and meeting people that he still has respect for today. In 2008, Mali released his first album, The Coming, and 1 year later, he released The Second Coming, which earned him much critical and underground acclaim. After Mali gained popularity as a gospel artist, he performed during the BET Awards Music Matters segment and was approached by Akon. Ultimately, in 2011, he signed a short-lived record deal with Akon's label Convict Music. In the same year, he was the first artist to be featured in BET's acclaimed Music Matters series. Mali signed to RCA Records in 2013 and released the single Beautiful before the release of his album Mali Is. That was released on June 17, 2014, and received a Grammy nomination for Best Urban Contemporary Album. Beautiful touched the Billboard charts in the top 10 and propelled him into the mainstream. With his new album, The Transition of Mali, released on Byron Entertainment RCA Records, Mali proves that he is more than just a gospel singer by continuing his journey into the R&B world. This transition has also come with controversy, but we'll get into that later. Mali wanted to bridge the gap between the secular and the sanctified. Gonna Be Alright, the lead single, is a great motivational song to keep on pushing when life gets tough. An already released fan favourite, Contradiction, with Henny Aiko, is also featured on the album. The song describes what we often feel when our significant other has abandoned us, which is that we'll never be the same. He released another album in 2017, The Transition of Mali, followed by another in 2020, The Book of Mali. And lately, he has been touring with Jonathan McReynolds, and the two have a live album, Jonathan x Mali.
So, you know, they think it was really bad. And I was hurt. I was like, no, guys, like, we took all this time, you know, like, pouring into you guys and you guys pouring into me and us making all these sacrifices and all.
When he started to get really famous, he decided to move to secular music, and this was not well received by his church, friends and followers. He released many songs in the secular industry, including Little Lady, No Fun Alone, and Fight For You. Although he was surprised at the initial criticism he received for making more secular music, he he has had support from those who mattered to him, his pastor, for example. I get texts and emails from my pastor all the time on how proud he is of the things that are happening. A lot of the response from home has been very good, but I think it was the misconception from the body of a whole that threw me for a loop. But time will heal, said Mally. But this recent move by Mally didn't sit well with some of his gospel music fans, and they took to the various social media outlets to say so. In spite of the change, Mally said he still shares the same passion for gospel music that he always had. There has been no change. There has just been an elevation because of the platform that gospel music has been considered on. So now it is because of what I'm doing, he said. He said he went mainstream because the deal with the RCA allowed him to reach and inspire more people with the message of love and faith that he's been sharing for so many years. I went mainstream because it was a wonderful opportunity. I love gospel music. I grew up listening to it. I have a lot of wonderful friends who are into gospel music, but there is this unspoken ceiling on top of it. Like we only know that there is so far that we can go. And I didn't want to settle for that, he told the Yolanda Adams morning show. And I guess that it is the second or next generation's job to push the envelope and create a greater avenue for our sons and for our children to be able to go. And I thought it would be great for the kingdom, great for the ministry, and great for my life, he said. Yet, another backlash occurred in 2017 when Jennifer Hudson and David Otunga decided to part ways after 10 years of dating, and David pointed the finger at her. According to TMZ, David believes that Jennifer was having an affair with music producer Mally Music. However, Jennifer firmly denies this and points to her long-term relationship as proof. Nevertheless, David still has his doubts and thinks that the two have been secretly hooking up for months prior to their supposed reconciliation. The site also claims that Jennifer first met Mally in person when she booked him to perform at her party years ago. She has stated in the past that he is her favourite artist. My favourite artist is Mally Music. See, y'all don't even know who he is. Y'all gotta look up Mally Music, trust me. When he found out and they had a big blow up, that led to the end of their relationship.
Know yourself, be true and honest. Live transparent, and I think that'll kind of do it. If you try to do it, it won't.
Mally Music is a truly gifted man and musician who was born in Arizona and raised in Savannah, GA. Mally has a sound that is unique and inspirational. This 4-time Grammy Award winner has not only enriched his musical genre with his culturally influenced music, but he has also paved the way for diversified and innovative perspectives in gospel music. To know more about stars like this one and stay on top of updates, subscribe to our channel and ring that bell.